Hi, good morning. This is vlog number 21. So that's 3 weeks of daily vlogging. And it's gone quick, to be fair. I think I'm improving. I think my photography's definitely improved. And this is basically what today's video is going to be about. It's a tips video. I am by no means qualified to be doing tutorials or anything like that. If you watch my previous catalogue of videos, you'll see that I'm very much a learner, and that's the whole purpose of this channel, to go at photography and filmmaking from a learner's perspective. But I can share tips that I've learned and that I implement. The first tip is concentrate on focus to begin with. Again, if you look at my earlier videos, you'll see that focus is something that I've had a bit of an issue with. It doesn't matter what you take a picture of, what you want to photograph. If it's not in focus, it's rubbish. Unless you want the picture to be out of focus, which is a totally different thing. But yeah, I would certainly concentrate on focus. Another YouTuber and pro photographer has helped me with that. He's given me a few tips and advice on that. For street photography, use zone focus f8, and yeah, to be fair, that is working out really well, and to the point where I feel that I've nailed focus. I still miss a couple of times, but yeah, not anywhere near what I used to. Another thing with focus is that helps is take your time. I was finding that I was rushing it. I was being impatient. I was just pointing the camera and shooting, and obviously I wasn't checking that my subject was in focus. I was just shooting and just assuming that the camera had got it right, when in actual fact it was me that was getting it wrong. So yeah, focus is my first tip. My second tip, I would say shoot raw. For many years I just shot JPEG and that was good enough, but then I started wanting to edit the images a little bit. You know, I wasn't happy with the light or the colour or anything like that, or wanted to turn it black and white, or you know, and what I would do is I would try to edit the JPEG files, which is fine if you're not going to edit them very much. What I found, like again, watching countless tutorials and other YouTube photographers, they're all saying shoot raw, shoot raw, shoot raw. So I thought, okay, well, I'll try it. Yeah, I'll just try shooting raw. It's a bigger file, it gathers more data, holds more data, and you can do more with it in post. So yeah, I mean, unless you know you're happy shooting JPEG, you just want to point the camera, take the picture, and that's good enough. If that's the kind of photographer you are, that's fine, shoot JPEG. But if you want to do any sort of editing, or you want to play around and put your art into your photography, I would certainly suggest shooting raw. So yeah, that's my second tip, shoot raw. Okay, tip number 3 is shoot for yourself. At the end of the day, if you're anything like me and you're a beginner, you can be put off by the photographers you see on YouTube and various other places taking these banger images. At the end of the day, as a beginner, it's unlikely you're gonna be in that same category. I know I'm not, but that doesn't mean to say you won't get a banger image. But photography is so subjective. What you like, I might not like. What I like, you may not like, and therefore don't try and compare yourself to other people. It's all about what you like. If you like the image that you've taken, at the end of the day, it's your art, so that's good enough. If you like it, someone somewhere will also like it, and that's what it's all about, isn't it? It's about your art, expressing your art. And yeah, I mean, I've had conversations with other people, you know, and one thing that I've said is I'm open for tips and tutorials on technique and you know, the technical side of things. One thing that's never open for debate is my subject and my composition, because I've taken a picture of that subject or composition because I like it. You know, it's caught my eye, I found it interesting, and for me, if an image, for whatever reason, gets someone to stop, look at it and ask questions, or stop, look at it and think, oh, that's great, you know, that's a nice image, or whatever, you know, then the image has done its job for me. Art is about expressing yourself. It's not about copying other people. It's about being unique and exploring photography yourself and putting your art out there, expressing how you feel and things like that. So yeah, tip number 3, I think it is, shoot for yourself. Okay, tip number 4, gear. I would say don't worry too much about gear. If you've got a camera with well, if you've got camera, whether it be a mobile phone, GoPro, point and shoot, bridge camera, or a mirrorless camera, DSLR, or whatever, you can get out and take pictures. You don't need to go spending thousands of pounds on cameras, particularly at the start, to be able to get pictures. I would say, as you're learning and you're going on your own personal learning journey, you'll know the right time to upgrade your gear. You'll know the type of gear that you'll need. You know, I wouldn't say go out spending thousands of pounds on a top of the range camera and lenses and God knows what else, before you know the type of photography that you want to pursue, because different lenses are better suited for different types of photography. Having said that, as and when you do upgrade your gear, I would probably say go for quality, which obviously is more expensive, but I believe you get what you pay for. But certainly at the start, if you're just getting into photography, or you're just doing it as a hobby or anything like that, and you just want to get out, take some nice images that you like, I would say, using the camera that you have, as others say, the best camera is the camera that you have. And okay, it may not be the best technically, it may not be the best quality or whatever, but you can still get some nice shots. And it's all about learning, isn't it? Particularly at the start, it's all about learning what you like, what you can get away with, what you can't get away with, and learning composition, how certain compositions work, and how light works with those compositions and stuff like that. So yeah, that's tip number 4, gear. Okay, tip number 5, I think, is patience. Patience is a virtue, as they say. And what I found is I was rushing my shots. I was just glimpsing something, I was pointing the camera and I was just shooting it. It's far better to take your time, be patient. If you're doing street photography, you may see someone that's caught your eye, and you point and shoot, and that's it, job done. Whereas if you hold off a second, obviously you need to gauge the scene, but if you hold off a second, your subject might do something interesting, might turn a particular way, might look directly at the camera. You're more likely to get it in focus and actually get an image that you prefer. And obviously being patient as well also goes hand in hand with tip number 4, and be patient in getting your gear, in upgrading your gear. Just be patient, have patience, and I believe you'll finally get there, or I'm hoping I will. So yeah, tip number 5 is patience. Tip number 6 is practice. Practice makes perfect. You don't even need to go out to practice. You can do photography in your house. You can look for light. You can get really creative in the house. Look up tutorials and get ideas of things to do, and just practice. If you want to get out on a nice day, go out and practice. See the difference between different types of light. Go out different types of day in different weathers. Obviously, if your camera isn't weather sealed like mine, don't take your camera out in the rain, but you can get a cover for your camera, or go out with your phone or GoPro or whatever. There are alternatives, and get out and practice. See the difference in different light and stuff like that. In yesterday's vlog, it was raining, I was going out, so I didn't take my camera, so I took my GoPro, and obviously GoPro's waterproof, so I was still able to practice composition, light, and see what I could do in the edit. Obviously I couldn't do too much in the edit because it was shooting JPEG files, but I generally don't edit my images too much anyway. The more you practice, the more you do something, the better you'll get at it. That's tip number 6. Tip number 7 is probably the biggest one for me, and that is, don't be put off doing it. When I was 16, 17, 18, I remember I spoke to a careers advisor. I wanted to get into photography. I wanted to learn photography, and I was told I couldn't do it. I was discouraged by nearly every quarter, and I just accepted it. I just accepted, okay, all these people were telling me I can't do it, so I just left it. and it's probably the biggest regret of my life in terms of career choice, because photography's always been a passion. I've always taken photographs throughout my life. You know, I was just told I can't do it, so I just sort of left it. And the truth of the matter is you can do it. You know, you should never be put off either by people or the weather, or, you know, not having a flash camera, you know, not having a camera worth thousands of pounds, you know, or even being discouraged by other photographers. You know, you see all these amazing images online and wherever, and you think to yourself, God, I'll never be like that. Well, no, you won't ever be like that if you don't pursue it. The simple fact of the matter is if you get out there, if you take your photographs, if you practice, and you do it sensibly and you learn, you know, then there's no reason why you can't take these banger shots. Tip number 7, don't be put off. I've just logged off work. I'm gonna end this video here. I haven't actually managed to get an image today so far, but I will try and stick to my one image a day, so I will be going out again to do that. I hope you liked the video. I hope you got something from the video, and I know these tips are a little bit, some of them are a little bit different to what you would normally get on a tips video, but they're tips that I have found learning photography myself, and they're tips that I use, that I wish I'd used earlier, and hopefully it will help any of you. So yeah, please do give the video a like, please do subscribe, leave a comment below any tips or tricks or anything like that that I could possibly try myself, and any images that I capture this afternoon will be coming up around about now.